To unpack this, we're now joined via Zoom by Monde Twala, who's the Senior Vice President and General Manager at Paramount Africa. Monde, thanks very much indeed for joining us. So welcome to the program.
Hi, Peter. Hope you're well. And happy Africa Day, happy Africa Month.
And has this event been as colorful as your clothing?
Hey, we're all popping. We all, our theme is really about the united colors of Africa. So it's an amazing experience. Crowds are out here. The stage is heating up. And it's really a culmination of an amazing week of heritage and culture.
So tell us what inspired this and what you're trying to get out at the end of it all.
I think, the Africa Day celebration is really an amazing collaboration with the Department of Sports and Culture, together with Paramount, our youth brands, being MTV, BET, and together with local events, LoCrate Market partners. We've come together to really just showcase and celebrate the amazing diversity that Africa is showcasing today. We've got artists from across the continent, from Nigeria. We've got Fields from Nigeria. We've got Shasha from Zimbabwe, and many more, including obviously South African artists that are here. And really, this is a culmination of a whole week's program. We've had business talks, engaging young people around filmmaking. We've been showcasing documentaries that are very important. That talk to just issues that are like patriarchy, talking to empowerment issues with engaging young women about the film industries, about the music industries, it's really a gathering of culture, and I think it's here at the Constitutional Hill, which is also quite an important space in terms of our history and heritage, and this is just a continuation of engaging the youth. Engaging youth through culture and using music to really drive the narrative where we can inspire an amazing Africa and an amazing future for the continent.
All right, and a powerful message, I believe, coming through, and that's trying to encourage this culture of inclusiveness, non-discriminatory communities, I guess, important.
I think we have to, we have a responsibility across all industries. We have a responsibility to promote, diversity and inclusion, but we also have to walk the talk, and make sure that we're engaging young people, we're engaging young Africans. We obviously, as a platform, we all reach the continent. 43 countries across the continent are tuned into the stream. And obviously, we will also rebroadcast all the activities from this week to make sure that we can reach and inspire as many young people to really leverage, their culture, leverage their language. We've just recently did a study, a Reflecting Me study, which is really a research where we are engaging young people across multiple markets about what they want and what they want to see. And it's all down to young people wanting to see themselves, young people wanting to leverage the arts and culture space to really express visualism, and it takes such initiatives, I think, and partners and media partners like yourselves to also make sure that we reach all our communities and really inspire them through such initiatives.
I see so many African flags flying behind you. And it speaks to this whole Pan-Africanism, which we often speak about, but not always able to experience. I suppose encouraging collaboration goes a long way to developing this sense of Pan-Africanism that we sorely need.
And that's something that we need to walk the talk, Peter, about. It is about fostering collaboration. And I think Africa Month, Africa Day should be every day. It shouldn't be just about the 25th of May. I think it should be about finding opportunities to collaborate, whether it's in fashion, whether it's in music, arts, culture, or literature. We need to be leveraging each other as Africans and looking beyond our borders in terms of how we can also enable, I think if you look at where Amapiano's going global. If you look at where Afrobeats is going, Afrobeats is already global. Burna Boy is winning awards, international awards, Grammys. Black Coffee recently winning a Grammy. And this is what's going to take such initiatives to inspire our young talent today to look beyond our borders, especially because, in South Africa, we are the gateway to the rest of the continent. And already, earlier in the week, we did an activation in Yeovil, in Hillbrow. And these are, it's amazing just to experience the diversity of culture through even food. We had a great event on Wednesday looking at food and how Africans gather around food and how we share African cuisine. And that's our strength. We need to lean in on each other and sometimes lean in on our diversity, which is amazing, which is colorful, a colorful rainbow, African rainbow. Let's lean in on that to make a difference and make an impact and really reposition Africa as the next thing. Africa is next.
What sort of feedback have you been getting from people that have been attending this?
Oh no! Listen, it is a celebration, but also there's a lot of dialogue. I think that's been, such events inspire dialogue. We're getting young people and we're getting this country's, particularly, our communities to engage and talk. It's all about social cohesion. It's about celebrating multiculturalism. And that's the feedback we're getting on the ground. It's been an amazing day of arts and craft, of art, and using really these platforms and these different spaces within the precinct here at Constitutional Hill as a creative space to encourage expression. And that's really what we want. We want to unlock our potential, but we can only unlock our potential by creating dialogue and creating dialogue across the multiple amazing nations that gather here today.
So I get a sense there's a very young energy there, and people like me with grey hair, I wonder if we can be included in a gathering such as this. Is there a place for us?
There's a place for everybody, my brother. There's a place here for everybody. I did cheat a little bit, and the yellow pop. So I'm hiding my age, but there's a place for us here, man. Please, when you're done in studio, come over.
Yeah, and I'm asking this actually more about. It's great to have these gatherings and young people coming together. In Malabo right now, our elders, our leaders, presidents are busy meeting, discussing issues of the continent. How do we translate the energy that's there to trickle up into policy, into initiatives that really can make a difference, so that we don't come away from here saying, that was lovely, but nothing happens?
And I think that's the same sentiment earlier in the week that our honorable MEC of Sports, Arts and Culture, Ms. Mbali Hlophe, spoke to. She really spoke to sustainability of these narratives. How do we enable young people to have that voice so that they can be heard? So it's also important that as the presidents gather, that they are gathering representing the voice of young people. And, we know that, as Africans, 70% of this continent is youth. And we have to make sure that we enable them and enable their voice. And that's really what needs to be done. And that's why, as part of the Africa Day celebration and the week, over the last 4 days, we focus more on dialogues. We focus more on how we can use the creative sector to also deliver and engage with young people, and also they can also use these platforms to also communicate what matters to them. Young people matter, young black Africans need to know they matter. Young black women need to know that they matter and they have a voice. And it's our responsibility, like I said, to make sure we use our platforms to amplify, their challenges, and at the same time, allow them that space to explore new opportunities. Today, we need to be doing business across the continent. Young people are innovating. They're using technology and the digital space to now interact, and online shopping is a thing now, where a simple young person who's in the arts craft space can now really sell their goods, not only in South Africa, but sell and trade it in Nigeria, in Uganda, in Egypt, in Morocco. We have to use the opportunities and the tools like the technology we have today to really reach young people. I mean, if you look at the power of social media, it's enabling business, it's enabling innovation, and it's leaning in on the young people to take advantage of. And it's important then for African leaders to be alert and be intentional about allowing young people this platform.
All right. MEC Mbali Hlompe says that it was important that these Africa Day celebrations take place in the townships of Johannesburg. Why was that?
Very important, very important. We have to go where the communities are. The communities that are challenged, we need to go there and reach out to them and be able to provide solutions. But there's also a lot of innovation happening in the townships. There's a lot of culture in the townships. If you just look at how where gqom music comes from, where amapiano comes from, where Afrobeat comes from, where bongo music comes from, it comes from our communities, and that's what we need to enable. We need to find that space and engage with that space and amplify it globally, beyond our borders, not just, so we can enable young people to dream beyond a township, and I think that's the role that government plays, that's the role that leaders play, and that's the role that the private sector and media platforms like ourselves play. We have to really go where the market is, and today is a typical sign of a situation where you are in that community that is able to have the dialogue, that can get that exposure that they need, to inspire them to just leap forward into the next realm of business, innovation, creativity.
Yeah, and I keep on going on about this Pan-African feeling and idea, and I suppose it's only when we come together like this that we start to appreciate actually that, we all have the same dreams, the same passions, and same desires to create and do amazing things. And despite our borders and despite our passports, maybe even shades of skin.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we need to lean in on our differences. We need to lean in on multiculturalism. We need to lean in on the beauty of even tribalism. For many years, tribalism has been positioned as a negative thing, but it's a beautiful thing. The fact that we are all different and are able to come together as one Africa and celebrate each other and lean in on each other, and especially when it comes to literature, that's something that's also important. We need to lean in on inspiring Africans to write and document their storytelling to the world. Let's not wait for Hollywood to write our stories and project who we are. We need to tell our own stories and build on the amazing legacy that our forefathers have left us. And it's going to take us, Peter, engaging young people in terms of them understanding where they come from. You can't build and grow if you don't know where you come from. So heritage is very important.
All right, as we start to wrap up this conversation, looking back on the week that's been, what have been some of your big takeaways?
Oh man, for me, it's just been an amazing rainbow. It's been a united colors of Africa, and that's been the greatest, I think, achievement we've managed to bring an amazing exchange of knowledge, dialogue. There's a lot of corporate and leadership that have come together to really commit to this as a journey. This is the second installment of the Africa Day celebration here at Constitutional Hill. We've seen a lot of arts. We've seen a lot of engagement in terms of the creative sector and the creative industries coming together to celebrate each other and collaborate. And I think that's the power of African culture and African colors. The multiple beautiful colors of Africa coming together, like you see all these flags behind me. I think that's the beauty about it, and it now feels like it's becoming more real. It's becoming more tangible. The sentiment that we are one continent and we're all coming together to be the best we can be and change the narrative in how Africa's perceived. And this is something that, as MTV Base and using music and culture and storytelling across telenovelas and the dramas we do, we are committed to continue this journey and bring on more partners, to come on board. Next year, I'm looking forward to seeing you here broadcast live from this amazing place and seeing the SABC and all the other partners. This is a space for all of us to really partner and continue to build our continent, and reposition it as the best and most colorful continent and most talented creative sector in the world.
Monde, great talking to you. This sounds very exciting. I certainly do look forward to next year. And more importantly, I look forward to you moonwalking off the set right now. Thanks, Monde.
I know. The music's pumping, man. The music's calling me. But thank you so much. And yes, let's continue to build this continent, guys.
All right. Thank you, my brother. That's Monde Twala, who's the Senior Vice President and General Manager, Paramount Africa.